The ring, molar, boss bat. Okay, okay. Oh, 2 bosses. Okay, okay. What hodgepodge team? Rank 3 egos. Oh wait, we got this dude helping us. All right, we're good. Never mind. What was I upset about? Mine's experience hath taught me that this workshop here featured in none other than Fixes Monthly would be best for thy merchandising opportunities. Quite the clean, flawless finish did they boast. And about this workshop on the side, while it doth produce figures of passing quality, thou must practice caution, for they merely run mass production lines of generic products with nary a spark of creativity. Wait. Did I bring the wrong Hung Lu? Fuck. Thank you for the advice. Did I bring Fang Hunt? Thou needst not thank me for fixing merch. I must recommend thou beginnest with the button badges, for there is absolutely zero concern that a color fixer's button badge meeteth the fate of becoming deceased stock, plunging thy revenue to the negatives. The excitement of accompanying such a distinguished figure is quite well understood, but perhaps such discussion should be tabled for later in a mission such as this. 'Tis an unimaginable glory to partake in an epochal moment such as the new color fixer's very first mission. Don Quixote, breathe. He'd be hot if you could fix his hair. He just has to be like Aizen, just take his hand and just push his hair up. That's it. You can already see it. He's gonna be like, oh. So, Junior, how's color fixer life? You got a fan and everything already. Vespa. Not even gonna pretend you heard me? Oh well. He gets like that when he's nervous, so you guys better get used to it. You have no idea how many times we bickered until I finally got used to him sulking. Anyhow, is this really the House of Spies? It's a lot different from what I'd expected. Fret not, for this is indeed the correct destination. A swift authorization did I make with this gear labeled multi-angle camera, and saw all paths in your surrounding lead to the infinity in all directions. Indeed, there is no doubt that you have entered the assailant's den. This place is corridor. So this is where they've spun their web. The imminent what? Disqueathed in a name such as the House of Spiders seems to hardly convey the sense emanating from this place, which is more akin to a supermarket or a warehouse at a nest. Yes, that is more like a warehouse of toy boxes and nothing else. Is it what's her name's collection? I recognize some of these toys as the ones my parents had bought me in my childhood. Roland paid an arm and a leg to get his job. Vespa ate an arm to get his. Ew. Toys are imbued with a meaning only when they are played with. Thus, one must come to wonder, why have they kept these untouched in their packaging, in a way that seems to hamper even the purpose of detached admiration? An object's purpose is often determined by its owner, and it stands now, it seems that the purpose is to display the goods, nothing more. That's how you do it, like my Digimon cards on my little box over there. They're all in their packaging still. Old model TV leaping across the rooftops of the city. Is this a Gundam anime? To protect its peace and safety. Do you hear that? Huh? What? The song? This song? Huh? Is this some kind of twisted song that breaks your mind when you hear it? The opening of Let's Go Blundinsta. Okay, a biographical show of the eminent Federico? A grade 1 fixer of the Devat Association? Allow me to investigate the veracity of her claim. No, there is no need to concern yourself with that kind of research. The song alone shouldn't cause any concern. Let us head toward the source of the sound. Ooh, ooh. Take this. Breaking Slam. Badass. Seriously, that's like the sickest move of all time. Slam a weapon on the ground, use the rebound to leap into the air for the finisher. Lightning kick. Papa, you gotta teach me how to do that. If you want to try that move, you're going to need some leg augmentations and a few more vengeance tattoos. Yeah, vengeance tattoos now? Then can I head out for a sec so I can cross just 2 more vengeances off the book? No, no need, kiddo. I was hoping to avoid running into these clowns again. What a baffling coincidence. Sometime prior to the group's entry to the backdoor portal. When Ryoshi signed the onboarding contract, we also received intel on the internal structure of the House of Spiders. Arm off from Moses and got locked up in a box outside space, so he had to eat something to survive. What? What? The issue was that the order in which individuals entered the back door determined their destination with the House of Spiders with no discernible pattern. The LCC concluded that this unpredictability is outside the realm of analysis. However, such a variable is still within Faust's control. To demonstrate, assuming that no one other than us comes in or out of the House of Spiders, Faust knows that the third person to enter the House of Spiders will emerge to the Ring Nurse Father's gallery. Then we must discuss with the LCA to determine who's to go where. The sooner that meeting takes place, the better. Everyone should begin their preparations to infiltrate the House of Spiders, save for the team leaders, Miss Faust and the manager Dante. And for the roster, we will share them once they've been finalized. Coincidence played no hand in our presence here. Still sucks on our end. Looks like I'll be fighting with my life on the line today, especially with that bumblebee punk on their side. Holy crap, you're gonna use the sword too? Sick! Then I think I'm gonna try Papa's moves he showed off at the lab. You guys saw that too, right? When Papa kicked up the combo counter on those gun-toting guys in the black armor and pulled off a super blasting them to smithereens. Vespa locked up, but they got overrun by distortion, so they gambled and released Vespa, who soon received notice that he lost his job at N Corp. What the hell is going on with Vespa? There's this fixer who uses a skill similar to Papa. Who was it again? The same guy who worked at the legendary fixer office before moving to another one. Sir Ronaldo of Charles' office. Oh shit, right. Didn't he have this move where he'd line up like 10 dudes in a row and cut them all down at once? So cool. But I'm like a bit too weak to replicate that move myself. Hast thou not been watching a biography of Fixer of Justice until mere moments ago? Eh? Oh, let's get course, bro. I watch every Fixer-related clip and animation. You a fan too? I recognize all those badges on your coat. Hey, can you give me one of them? No. Nay, I shan't, for I cannot well hand over symbols of Fixers to one who spectates a massacre as though she is observing a mere game. Oh, so you're playing that kind of character, huh? Neato. Doesn't the character in the newest episode of Fixatar talk kind of like that? The guy who crawls out of the hole in the desert? El bombin con bostas naranjas. Let this animation of justice strike thee down. Silence! I wish for thy silence. How doth one grapple with the contradiction that is to admire the justice of fixers through their videos and comic books, yet to behave as thou dost? What do you mean? I just think they're badass, that's all. Though of course nobody's beaten my papa in the badass game. Do you recognize anything about Nurse Father's sword? Just one thing, it's clearly not a workshop weapon going by the finish. Is it possible that the weapon is from a workshop you do not have access to, Miss Ezra? It's possible, but that glowy thing inside the scabbard, that thing's gotta be a relic. Yeah, Yuria probably could have told us more about it if she were here, but either way, I'm pretty sure it's as rare as heck. You got a knife for weapons. That's interesting. What's so interesting? The amount of trash in this room makes me wonder how such a thing came to be in your possession. As far as I know, relics are so rare and expensive that even the 4 families of Hongwon don't have any of them, let alone rare ones. Trash. The floor is littered with empty cup noodle containers and toaster pastry wraps. They must have been eating nothing but junk food for at least a few days. Papa bought me a whole box full of them. Out there, it always pissed me off how big brothers and big sisters would chide me about snacking on nothing but this kind of junk. But ever since I came here, Papa's been letting me eat whatever I want to eat, however much I want to eat them. What about it? I cannot help but assume that they would have adverse effects to one's health. Worried she gets sick? It ain't a big deal in the city. Can't let something trivial like that stop me from feeding tasty treats to my family. What a shining example of fatherhood. Which is interesting because Ryoshi seems to have nothing but hatred for all of you nurse fathers. You're walking a mighty thin line running your mouth about my kid when you don't even know her that well. I don't know about her other fathers, but my parental love for Yoshihide, my daughter, has always been completely earnest. Yo, daughter, what's going on? Is he driving? Having a good time, buddy? Enjoying a nice drive with your papa? It's alright, I guess. You sure you're not overspending? She's got a little ice cream. It's been forever since my very own daughter asked me to buy something for her. Money ain't a thing. I just wanted some tracksuits to wear around home. She's got a little stuffed animal. Don't remember asking for that massive bear plush. A younger sibling I'm close with told me every kid these days carries around something like this. Kid being the key word there. Besides, isn't this bear plush supposed to be red? It's a fake. Want me to do a U-turn? No, purple's fine by me. But if you ever find anything you don't like, you can talk to me about it. I'll always make sure to avenge the wrongs, no matter what I gotta do to get there. She wanted something, I'd empty my pockets to get it for her, even if that meant I had to borrow money from the younger brothers and sisters and risk losing face. And if she wanted to do something, I'd let her go wild, as long as it didn't violate the rules of the House of Spiders. Because that's family. A little sacrifice ain't a thing if it's for one of us. But Ryoshi left the House of Spiders despite everything. Have you ever questioned yourself why? Must have been for that pipsqueak, obviously. I would have snapped that little twerp's neck had I known she'd get in the way of Yoshihide's bright future. I need not hear more to know that you were no good father of hers. Damn! Team leader, how much longer are we going to indulge that piece of trash? I am in agreement with the distinguished color fixer. 'Tis high time we demonstrated to them the meaning of justice. Don't rush, I was about to get started anyway. This is LCD, engaging the middle nurse father. Well, I'm sure you've been monitoring the situation here, Manager Dante, so please proceed according to plan. My Vesper got to do one damage, he staggers. One damage, he staggers. Maybe. End turn. Vespa did it. Vespa did it. He did it. Oh, Hung Lu with the win. Oh, Hung Lu with the damage. You tried your best. You tried your best, Doc. She got staggered on the first turn. She lost all her damage.